hi guys. So in this video we are going to solve maximize partition in a string which is on a gigs for gigs. So question states that we are given a string s of lower English alphabet and our task is to return the maximum number of substring formed after possible partition of s such that no two substring have a common character. Okay, so that means we are given a string, we have to partition it into a substring such that no two substring share a common character with anyone else. Just like we can check this first test case. So if we split this a in a substring 1 and this c double b double c in a substring 2, so this can be split and the total number of split here is 2. And same thing we can check with the second test case. So we can split this string into this 3 substring. Okay, and here we can also see that no two substring are sharing any common character. So the total number of substring here is 3. So our output is 3. Okay, fine. So what can be our approach here is, let's check this example. So if I am traversing on this string s, so I should know that my ending index of any character is this. Like if I am traversing on this string s and I know that this a ending character of a is here up to here, so I can assume that my string 1 can be this only. Then after traversing I come to b, so then what will be my ending index of b? It is here. And same about the a, so a ending index of a is here. Then same with the b is here. So like my substring is like not getting expanded, and the same with the c. So ending index of c is up to here only, it is nothing like here. So we can say that my substring 1 is this only. Then I come to the next part. So my ending index of d is here. Okay, then what about e? So ending index of e is up to here. So we can say that my substring 2 can be up to here only. And then I come to f. So my ending index of f is that thing only because that is unique. Then same with the e, so e is up to here. Then g, so ending index of g is up to here only because it is also unique. And then d, so d is up to here only. Then e, so we can say that my substring 2 is this only. Then the same thing with the h, so my ending index of h is up to here. Then my ending index of I, which is up to here, so it is like up to here only. And the same with the ending index of j, it is up to the end. So after this we can say that my third substring is this only. So like this we can know that total number of partition of string can be possible. Okay, fine. So if we write the code, then what will be our first step? We should know the ending index of every character. So for that I can create one array with size of 26, which will store the ending index of every character. So I will traverse on the s, and first I have to find the index of that character, like a is 0, b is 1, c is 2. So ord of s of I minus 97. Then after that I will p of t equals to I. So this will store the ending index of every character. And then after I will create one answer variable equal to 0. Then I will check whether my p of then I will create one ord of s of 0 minus 97. So why I am doing this, you can see, if my p of t equals to 0, that means my answer plus equal to 1. So why I am doing this, if my starting index, there will be a string, and if my first character of string, it is unique, like its ending index is 0 only, so that means we can say that my like it can be created as a first substring. So that's why I'm doing this. And then I will traverse my string from 1 to end, 1 to length of s, and then I will like store t equals to ord. First I will find the index of that character, ord of s of I minus 97, and the same thing I will do with my previous character, pre equals to ord of s of I minus 1 minus 97. Then I will like store the maximum index, p of t equal to max, p of t comma p of pre. So why I am doing this, like let's suppose my current character have a ending index of 7, let's suppose, and here my previous character have a ending index of 8. So that means we can assume that my substring ending index of substring is up to 8 only. So that's why I am doing this maximize. Then I will check whether my p of t is equals to I. That means I am like whatever the ending index, I am standing on that part or not. So if this is true, that means my answer will increment to 1, and then at the end I will return this answer. Fine. So this is the only approach we can use as per my opinion. Okay, so I am getting an error, so here will be in. Oh, okay, length of s. So fine, this is successfully executed. Okay, so this code is executed successfully. So the time complexity will be big of n. Here it is taking big of n, here also it is taking big of n, and the space complexity will be like big of 26. So but this 26 is a constant, so we can say the time space complexity will be big of 1 only. Okay, thank you.